What's up, brother? I'm looking at a TikTok video that just went viral of some teenager buying a Ferrari because they went TikTok famous. You know, the shit we gotta compete with, bro. Alright. Alright. Market open. It's driven 13 pips. Come on, your printer. Alright. Let's see. Right here we have our previous daily high. We have our previous daily low. This was our range today. Our range today was 454 pips. 440 pips. Wild. We came up and we respected this level here on our daily today, and we closed above. It's a very strong level. We actually wicked down pretty steep. And we had a 4-hour retracement too, not just any kind of minor little pullback. It was actually a 4-hour retracement. This drove us to here before the first pullback. So we're still on a downtrend, but we've respected this daily level here. This daily level is actually very strong. We could see another tap into that level before continuation to the upside if this is where the market's going to choose to reverse. But I mean, it might not. Who knows where the next level is going to be? We disregarded this level instantly. And now we've respected this level here. So let's see. Am I bullish yet? No, I don't think so. But this could mean Asian is going to range today within this zone. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about Zoom. Sent it in the clubhouse. What's up, Nick? So this is a very, very bullish area that we're at right here. So price could get some sort of push up here. And last time that we did push up here, we kind of just drove straight up, retraced a little bit here, and then continued up. Which we drove up, we're retracing a little bit right now. This 4-hour has no bottom wick. So if we're coming up to create a bottom wick for this 4-hour, if we're coming down to create a bottom wick for this 4-hour, what's up, Daniel? Oh well, I lost We've had no pullback here on the dailies. We have had some pullbacks from the 4-hour. Market open today is kind of slow. Yesterday or the day before we had some movement.
Excited to see what January 2025 brings when Trump is in office. Whether everyone's talking about.
I think your voice is sounding kind of low.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Excited for January 2025 to see Trump in office with the market. I'm not gonna lie, these couple, I think it was last week when Trump won the election. Those were the best market conditions I've ever traded in a long time. Like, gold was so technical and it was so on point. Like, everything was just lining up so beautifully. And yesterday, I blew everything.
Damn. Yeah, we did have some pretty good price action. Yeah, Daniel, your voice is kind of low still.
Yeah, you hear me now?
Say it again?
You hear me now? I don't.
Yeah.
You hear me or you?
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah, as I was saying, over the past couple of days, particularly last week when Trump won the election, those were the best price action I've traded for a little while. Like, gold was so on point, everything was so good, and I've made like my biggest trading amount so far. And yesterday I blew everything. It, it's absolutely amazing that we look. We were so under the country so far.
Yeah, bro, it's when you blow it all in one day, that's the toughest part. Like you got to set a limit for yourself. Like even if like for example, this morning, where was this morning at? Today is the 14th. 14th at 7 in the morning. Right here, 7:30. I took a short on the flip here. And then price went against me, and then once this candle here made a high and then flipped bearish, it initially came down and grabbed the bottom wick here, and I took another entry here. And then a little bit later, when the price came down, I was gonna close break even. As I went to close break even, I clicked this and I add an alert like that instead of pressing the X on my order that was open. And I accidentally missed it, and it went up and immediately in 2 candles hit my stop loss. So I said, all right, fuck it. That pissed me off. I was in a bad mood. I took a loss. I was a calculated loss, so I didn't risk a whole lot. But then I came back like 2 hours later, and I waited.
Because I did something that I would normally not do. I over risk. It's like I took that loss trade, and yeah, I took a loss trade, and I think it was a new trade, and after that, like it just turned into a spiral. Like just instantly kick into me. Like I
Yeah,
just
it's
can't do
the
it anymore, bro.
it's the not wanting to lose, and then you don't feel like making it back. Like you're like, oh, I can make it back, but I don't feel like wasting that much time. Let me just pop this 5 lot real quick and get it over with in one trade. But like I'll give you an example on Thursday night. Sorry, what day are we in already? We're already today is Thursday. So on Monday night's Asian, I had a great night. Tuesday night's Asian, I lost 1%. The Wednesday morning during New York, I made nothing. 5 trades, all break even. Asian that following night, I closed for a loss again. So now it's been 2 days where I'm break even and one day or one session, and I closed for a loss the next day. And then the third day, which was today, and yeah, all this morning and last night Asian, I made all of my losses back for Tuesday and Monday night Asian or something like that. Yeah. So it took 2 days
Okay.
of break even losing before I finally made it all back, and I just went on a streak, and the streak
Yeah.
made it all back.
I was in a good position, bro. Like it's so funny because my account was up like 400 US, and like my target is around 5K to 6K to really get on my top. And like I was getting because at the end of the year, I we would be getting a salary increase, which is like roughly I don't calculate it, which is gonna be around 500 US or somewhere around there, or 600 US by December for Christmas. It's a Christmas bonus. So I would have taken that money, put it into my trading account, and well, I still will be doing it, but like over time, it would have compound. Like I average by the end of the year would have probably done half the 1,500 to 2K account, and it's like I just I don't know, I just
Listen,
mess up my food.
I was doing the I get into that hole too where you're trying to like think, all right, how much do I need to live? How much do I need to make to do this? How much do I need to do that? But you don't need that much money. The more I look into it, the more math I do. Go to Google and type in daily compound interest calculator. Look, I'll show you real quick what
Yeah,
1 year of trading risking 3%. Not a whole
I'm
lot.
doing okay. Yeah,
Look at this. If you start off with $1,000 and you're compounding 3% daily, so that's $30 a day that you're making off this thousand. You're reinvesting your dividends, and there's 250 trading days in a year. You would have $1.6 million by the end of the year if you continuously grow your 3% every trading day off $1,000, and you just shoot for 3%, and that's
yeah.
it, no more.
Impressive. Why you think like I've never go back to prop firm because I've seen that like you can make a lot of money off like for me in the CFD it's okay, but what I've been seeing lately is like the rules just been getting like harder and harder for traders. Like trading is already hard, bro. Like imagine you have to be fighting the prop firm for your money. So it's like I don't want to deal with it. Um, I'm gonna go again because I would basically get paid every month, so
Yeah,
I'll
options,
be
that's
getting paid
real.
around like yeah, I'll be getting paid around like Monday, so I'll load up again. I'll load up another 200, and I'll just drop my lot.
Yeah, but
But
we're
I was using
we're on similar boats, bro. It's I don't want to touch my money, so I have been trying prop firms for the longest time, and I realized that these firms really handicap you. And yeah, I'll do 1% for you. They really handicap you, and even though they make you a better trader over the long run if you stick to those kinds of rules, um,
I don't think
they
it's really
handicap you because you want to make money. And then the rules don't allow you to make enough money off of a singular account if you're trying to stay within the rules. So like if I can get a couple fundeds and risk zero point 0.2, a 2.2 lot, I normally make around 30 to like 50 pips in a day. So that's about $100, let's say, in a day off of each account. I'm not risking barely a quarter of a percent per trade. And then I can connect it to my live and just focus on growing my live. And cool, look, at the end of every month and a half, I'll have a payout on each of the firms, and I don't even have to look at them. So look, $1,000 with 1% a day.
But in my opinion, our firms ruined my trading. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like coming last year, December, I fully learned how to trade. Like I was understanding everything, was getting grabbed everything. Quarter
1% is only 12 G's, bro. Look at the difference between 1% and 3% a day.
Yeah. I was
3%.
trading my live account for like last year, December, coming into January, quarter one. I was making money. Like I was consistent. It wasn't like anything big, but small. But I was consistently making money. Like I was not losing. I was not blowing accounts. Like I was so disciplined. Like it's crazy. Like I wasn't making anything much, but like I was so locked in on learning and like focusing and developing. You know, like being consistent and like I've done that over quarter one, ending in quarter four, into quarter one. I've done that going into quarter two. I started forms, and from since then, bro, everything went downhill in terms of my trading. Like everything went out the window. Patience, like I mean, I still take my positions. I still take what I know. I don't take anything I don't know. But like in terms of being consistent,
You have a trading plan? Like a written one?
yeah, yep. I would normally don't take more than 3 trades a day.
Like this is my plan right here. I keep it on my screen. I keep my playbook on the screen. That's the first thing I see every single day. Sometimes I don't even look at it, but every time that I glance, I
Yeah,
I randomly notice one of the things here, and then I read it real quick. Like sometimes I'll look at it and then I'll see entry type, and then I'll just read my entry types real quick. And then other times I don't feel like reading it, but then I'll just go back and I'll try to read at least one. And then every day I try to at least look at it, so that all of these are ingrained in my head no matter what.
yeah. Yesterday I was so down, bro, after losing that much because that's my biggest loss I ever had in a day. Like
Bro, hold on one second.
losing.
Uh, JT, that was a fire fucking play, bro. That analysis was fucking amazing. Where is it? Disney on the Nasdaq. Let's open this bitch up and see. How do you open this shit up? I don't want to add a symbol. I want to search for it. Disney. The daily hadn't even flipped yet, and we were looking at like a bullish daily at like right here. And we're like, man, if this daily breaks the fucking low and starts creating lows, that shit's gone. That shit's gone. And the target was 107 here. So you held? Yeah, that still looks good. I mean, we don't have a bottom wick on this previous hourly candle, but this hourly candle is starting to come down, and this is aftermarket, so aftermarket's still open till 8. I mean, that's barely a bottom wick, bro. And we have a gap to fill. Now, the probability of this gap being filled is higher. We also have another gap over here. Somewhere way over here. That's where I got this level from. Yeah, dude. That's clean. If that daily breaks the low again, or tomorrow we grab some orders and flip bearish, you gotta be careful though. If the daily today closes with no bottom wick, then you gotta be very careful. That could mean that tomorrow we're coming down to grab orders for a drive up, and that is not what you want to stay in. So I'll show you. If we close with no bottom wick here, that means there's no more range for it to continue down. So that means tomorrow can open up with a bottom wick and then shoot up. You see what I'm saying? So you want to be aware of this bottom wick tomorrow, and if it does come down with no top wick pre-market, then as soon as market open, bro, I would close if this is coming down with no top wick. When it comes down with no top wick, um, price is gonna need to come back to make a top wick for that. So that's the only thing I would look out for. But otherwise, you're good to go to at least 107. You'd be up like $800. How much are the contracts? Yeah, that was a good trade. As soon as we started coming down to fill the gap that we came down and rejected and pushed down, this would have been a good entry. $80 for a contract for Disney? That's not bad. What's the theta on there? Or the delta, my bad, the delta. The delta. The theta's the decay. Damn, 0.4 for an $80 contract? That's solid. That's solid. I was looking like at an entry here and it drove down $2. That would have been $80 for $80, 1 to 1. Damn, an $80 contract is not bad. And the most you can lose is $80. If this thing dumps and fills the gap, that's $70. What's 70 times 40? 70 times 40, or 7 times 40. That's $280. That's what I like about options, is that if you get the right option with the right theta, or with the right delta, you can flip a low risk play to a lot of money. There was a dude that flipped like $800 to 30,000 in an hour. Delta's 0.6 now, so it fluctuates. I thought it locks in once you... That's something I learned today. That's why I'd rather just press buy and sell. Patience equals profits. So this is what I'm thinking for the day. We're starting to break down into this clean traffic right here, right? Price closed below, rejected, drove up, and it's starting to come down and remain below this level here, right? So that could mean that we're gonna continue bearish, which until Trump starts speaking and tweeting and giving out some policies and shit like that, a lot of people are expecting gold to keep dumping. So you don't want to believe the hype, but you want to make sure that your price action aligns with what the economy is like and what's going on. The Greeks all move even if you lock in a contract. What kind of gay shit? Bro, you need to leave options and come to Forex, my dude. Yeah, bro. You need to leave options and come to Forex, my guy. This was a good buy right here off the 30-minute. No bottom wick. Now price is forming support. We're starting to come up. We have a tiny little bottom wick on the daily. So we need liquidity before starting to drive down. So where could our liquidity be? So once we start re-breaking the daily highs, right, we could start looking for some buys and some closures above here. We have a gap, not a gap, but we have some range to fill here. That's 20 pips before the next rejection. And I'm a scalper, so you know how I do. So you know the daily needs to have a top wick in order for it to drive down. You know that we're starting off bullish, so let's see where this top wick can be and how we can get in buys on their way to the top wick. So this is 6:30. Technically now I would be open to trading. We just had a bullish closure, but we have no bottom wick here. We would need to come down, create a bottom wick, and then break the highs. Yeah, that's the thing. Options are amazing if you know how to trade it, bro. But who has time to study the theta, the delta, fucking, and to monitor it while price is changing to really understand what your profit is? Like, you can have a profit target, right? And the delta can drop and it'll still hit your target, and like your contract can become less valuable even though price is going in your direction because of the time. So you could literally hit take profit as your delta drops. So you're like, oh yeah, I'm about to make $200, and in reality it's $80 or $40. That's a headache, bro. Shit. What up, Terpy? Um, I'll tell you what though. I might be looking for some buys, but I'm trying to see what the deal is. How this is gonna start coming up here. How is this gonna start coming up here? Because Jonathan, my dude. But options, isn't that fucking insane, bro? How the thing is that by day 60, which is about month 3, you're up like 30 grand. So if you continuously do 3% a day, that's insane. Let's look at that again, gang. Let's look at that again, and this is going to change my outlook on a lot of things. If you have $1,000 and you compound 3% a day for 250 trading days in a year, and you don't take a losing day, you do 250 consecutive winning days. Let's say you're risking 3% to make 3%. So it's a 1-to-1. With an 80% win rate, that means you're winning 200 days and losing 50 days. So how would you calculate that? You wouldn't be able to calculate that. I guess you can take away 20%. But 1%, dude? $12 grand. 1% a day for 250 trading days, and you'll have 12 grand. You do 2%, JT. 2%. You would have 140,000 by the end of the year. If you take your 1,000 and you say, I'm gonna make $20 a day off my 1,000 and just reinvest my profits after 60 days, which would be about 3 months technically, you would have 3 grand. So you're like, 60 days, 3 months, that's nothing. But if you do 5 months or 6 months, which is 120 days, you'd have 10 grand. 200 days, 50 grand. Once you get to 10 grand, your 2% is $200 a day. So like even then, like that's 200 winning days. So let's say you just average weekly. No, it needs to be daily, because 200 weeks, if you do 3% a week, 200 weeks is a shit ton of years to make that. But yeah, bro, that's so if you just look, yeah, 3% at 60 days, 60 consecutive winning days, that's 5 G's. Say you take a few losses here and there, maybe 20% of that is gone, So you're at 3 G's. So just subtract 20 to 30% of every number to be safe. 180 days, a quarter, and you have 200 grand. Come on, dude. Donvo went on his longest streak was 60 something days on a streak. So he went on a 62 trade streak. That would flip the account to 6 grand. He flipped his $1,000 account to 30 grand. And then he blew it.
I've done some research and like it's all about staying consistent, like
Facts.
over a long period of time. It's not about today, tomorrow. Like I've lost a lot of money here. Like this is my biggest loss, like around 250 US in a day. That's crazy. For me, that's crazy, but like it's not about making. I can't make $1 million today, tomorrow. But what I can do is change the trajectory of my life. So that's how we gotta look at it. I mean, most of us would love to change our lives today if we can, but I gotta start focusing on what I can control.
Yeah, but it's really about staying consistent and going back to your losses and saying, okay, what happened here? Would I have taken this same trade? Yes? Okay, so let's chalk it up to probability. You rewind it and you look back and you're like, wow, I would not have taken of this trade if I would have seen this, this, and this. So you're like, all right, cool. I wasn't paying attention and I'm missing something on this trade. Oh, I didn't notice the 15 didn't have a top wick. How could I not even have noticed the 15 didn't have a top wick? I took the loss and I'm like, how the fuck did I lose? This was a good ass trade. And then you look back later and you're like, the 15, I was looking at like the 5 minute or the 1 minute, and the 15 closed with no top wick and then started driving. And then I got excited at that moment because price was going in my favor, but I didn't notice that the 15 had just closed with no top wick. If the next candle doesn't come down first and then flip bullish, and it flips bullish first with no bottom wick, you're now having the money printer play starting to set up, and it was going to start to go against me. And instead of noticing that and going break even because of that no top wick higher time frame closure, I held the trade because I was stuck looking at the smaller time frame. So that's when I realized, I was like, okay, cool. Every time that a candle closes, I have to quickly look at the clock to see what time it closed. Every time a minute candle closes or a 5 minute candle closes, I have to now train my eyes to look at the clock to see what time frame candle closed. If I look and it's an odd number, it's most likely a minute, and it's not important. If I look and it's like a 5, then I'm like, okay, that's a 5 minute closure, obviously. But if you know what I mean. So if I look at it and I can see like 3, 2, 4, that's probably in the minutes. But I look and I'm like, all right, let me see what time it is. This 5 minute just closed. Was it a 15 closure or in the middle of a 15? Because being in the middle of a 15 and towards the end of a 15 completely changed the analysis. If I'm going to take a 15-minute flip, I'm not going to take a 15-minute flip with 3 minutes left to close on the 15.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it when it's in the middle of the middle 5 minute candle. After the first one closes, the second one is about to pull back, and that's the flip that I want to take, so that the final 5 minute candle of the 15 could give you that extra push so that you can go break even.
Yeah, but what I've noticed, like, talking about consistency, like, if I have continued the same way how I've been trading December going into quarter one, like, trust me, I would have done, like, no crop firms, anything. I would have done made all the money that I needed to get out of my job. Like, I would have probably passed 5K by now. Like, and take out all the unnecessary dumb trades, like unnecessary losses, revenge trading, like take out all of that. 'Cause that's where my account mostly got clapped, and that's where I lose all my money, basically.
Yeah, you have a lot of pressure. I mean, everybody's got a lot of pressure on them. It's all about just tuning all of that out and just focusing on what the candles say.
Yeah,
And once you can tune all that out, you're like, okay, cool. Like today in the morning, after I took that loss, I'm like, wow, I haven't made a dime since like Tuesday or Wednesday. I mean, I haven't made money in like 3 sessions, and I'm still down from the last session. And then I was like, all right, I can't focus on still being down, working the entire day on the charts and coming out break even. I can't worry about that. I gotta stay focused. I came this morning and I took a loss. My fault. I went to close at break even and I opened up the order chart here. I went like this and then I pressed create new order or some shit. And that's what I did. I went like this. If you double tap this, it opens up this shit. That's what happened. My entry was like, it was like this, and I went like this to close, and it just kept doing this instead of closing my trade. I was misclicking. And dude, that's completely my fault. That's one of those situations where you're like, oh shit, that wasn't according to my plan. I fucked that up. I went against the plan even on accident. That's still against the plan. My plan was to close. It now hit my stop loss, and now I'm negative again from Asian. And then I was like, all right, dude, I need a break. So I just took a couple hour break, and I came back completely fresh. I saw that Wix was losing after already taking a major loss yesterday and losing like 60K the day before, and I'm like, bro, this is normal. Everybody takes losses, and sometimes even consecutive losses, and even right after they make a loss back, boom, they lose again right after that. That's just the laws of probability.
I remember that time in June. Like, whoa! Like I had like 5 losses in a row, and same with Wade. It wasn't me alone. It was Wade as well. Like he was taking losses in the morning and night, but and I had like 5 losses more. I think he had around like 4 losses in a row. Like it's just different market conditions. But
I'm gonna have a buy stop on the break of this high here. If this breaks the daily high, I think I like this. We're getting the scoop on the 5 minute. What would stops be? That's 27 to the daily flip. That's not bad. One hour and 12 minutes. And we have 1 minute to decide. If this 5 minute doesn't drive and break the high and flip right now and stays respecting here, then I close. We have clean one candle pop to 17 pips here. So my idea is, if once we break the high after closing above and creating this structure here, if we break the high, we should get that push to get us somewhere up here and be break even by then, because you're only having a 20 pip stop, so going break even anywhere here is not bad, especially if we're getting close to the hourly closure. So 20 seconds, let's see what this does. That's why I have it a little bit after the break of the high, because if we do break the high and we do drive a little bit, it should give us that psh. Yeah, no. How did this hourly close with barely a top wick? This hourly close with barely a top wick and barely a bottom wick. Oh no, that wasn't an hourly closure, that was a 5 minute closure. But yeah, see, we're coming up without a bottom wick here. Delete, delete, delete. This needed a bottom wick to be valid. It did scoop though, and now it's just kind of riding it.
It's kind of mid-range.
It's like just looking at a candle and it's just frozen. It's not even bouncing back and forth a little bit.
But one thing I will say though, if it wasn't for Darner Wicks, like I don't think I would still be trading.
I agree.
You know, it's like crazy, bro.
I was contemplating quitting so many times.
So among the knowledge these guys have passed on to me, like crazy, like for free, absolutely insane.
I did quit so many times and just said, all right, that Forex life, internet money shit, that's not for me. I'll just continue working my job and I'll get rich at my job. Damn, if this would have had a bottom wick, I would have left my buy stop. Eight minutes, 8 minutes, 8 minutes. Sit on your hands. Let's see.
Is market mechanics streaming Asian or
Yes. So Monday he had something at work, so he couldn't stream. So I streamed. Wednesdays he's got busy with some sports practice, so I do Wednesdays now. But yeah, he's doing Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays.
I'm gonna catch you guys. Hopefully, I'll come back on screen for Asia. So yeah, I gotta go do some stuff. So yeah, I'll catch you guys.
Now that this drove down like this, if it does flip bullish, that's clean. We got a few minutes here. I'm gonna go get some water. Yo, all I know is everybody's saying, "Oh, next year when Trump's president, this, and that." Motherfucker, get to work right now. Get to work right now, bro. Now's the time to work so that when Trump's president, you have the skills on lock so you can capitalize on that fucking economy and on the markets. Because, bro, I'm telling you, if you're still struggling with, if you're new to the game, alright, that's perfectly fine. But if you're getting it down and you're still struggling with, like, being undisciplined and not following your plan, you're gonna miss so much bread. So much bread during this market, bro. You gotta really lock in. 4 minutes. Don't tell me we're gonna drive up. This was my break-even point. I'm telling you, bro. The economy that we're gonna have is gonna be insane. It's either gonna be very bad and you're gonna fucking buy the shit out of gold because gold's gonna start flying up again and we can start close your eyes and buying again and just holding overnight and waking up to 600 pip runners in the morning. Or the economy is going to get so good in the US that gold is just going to death drop back to a normal range where we have plenty of history to have beautiful price action, beautiful stop losses. Damn, look at that. Hourly close, huh? What a bitch. Under Trump is how the majority of people blew up in this industry during that economy, which says it was one of the easiest times to trade because the market was just fucking insane price action. So we have a minute left. If we don't get anything on this hourly closure, I'm probably not gonna stay too long because I really gotta make it to the gym and then back by 8 so I can get on stream and get on the charts. So this hourly is about to close. We're about to get a doji closure here, and an hourly is about to close bullish with a nice top work. Our 30 is not gonna have barely a bottom wick. If this 30 next candle can come down kind of to these areas here. Oh, this 15 already did that, so maybe not. Maybe just a bottom wick to these areas here, and then a flip bullish wouldn't be bad. For an entry down here on the next hourly flip. Let's see. Come on. Drop. Give me a bottom wick. Give me a bottom wick. Give me a nice bottom wick, please. Yeah, I'm gonna have a buy stop. if we break these lows here, yeah, the range is very little. This is just a scalp based off the break of the daily high push that I think we should get. But yeah. This might just activate me in range. If you were on Forex, that shit would have got your ass.
On my broker, it's just gap.
Okay, it didn't activate me. That's wild. All my shit just froze. We're on the second half of the 5-minute candle. We've just came up, closed, respecting, and we've rejected. What has the 5-minute done? We're still scooping on the 5-minute. We're about to scoop on this 15. Yeah, I'm closing. I'm not gonna let it activate. I don't like the consolidation here. I don't. It should have done it instantly. Even if it drives up now, it still can. But no, not interested. I have 1 minute left for this 5 to flip. Yeah, I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna head on to the gym and I'll see you guys at 8:30. Yeah, dude, because once this buy stop activates, now my break even is gonna be this wick here that we filled, but that's just nothing. And if we reject again, um, 20 seconds for this 5 to close, and if it closes with no top wick, the next candle comes up, creates a top wick, and then flips bearish. That would be decent sells, and that would have activated our buy stop. On the higher time frame, it would look like you're flipping, but on the lower time frame, it looks like you're rejecting and coming down. So that's a good way to avoid getting screwed. That was very close to activating us there. If it would have been Forex with the spreads, you would have probably gotten activated. But with futures, there's no spreads. 1 pip spreads, 2 pip spreads right now. It looks like volume is picking up. You know, flip is still not bad, but it didn't do it when I wanted it to, and we initially drove down and created a bottom wick. We tapped the area that I wanted. So if we're still not driving, I'm gonna go to the gym, and I'll be back later. Listen, Terpy, this is what you gotta do, bro. When you get home every day, you're gonna sit there and you're gonna do 20 regular push-ups. Then you're gonna widen your arms outside of your shoulder, do 20 more, and then you're gonna diamond 20 more. So you're gonna be doing 3 sets, 60 push-ups, 20, 20, 20.
Then you're gonna collapse.
And you're gonna do that 47 times. If you have no gym, when you don't have a gym, bro, that's what you gotta do, bro. we gonna flip now, you little hoe? Without a top wick here? Yeah. Could still be good. Probably would still be good. It's an hourly flip. It's all the time frames are flipping, but not interested. All right, gang. I hope you guys enjoyed today's breakdown of how you can turn $1,000 into $1 million if you just make 3% a day for an entire year. Damn, 14 viewers tonight. You guys are the shit. Everybody liked it. I appreciate you guys. Almost had a buy stop activate us. Almost had another entry down here at the bottom at the beginning of stream. But I couldn't get anything today. The last few market opens I've been able to catch a small move. But alright, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Take it easy.
Have a good one at the gym.
Thank you, brother. See you later.
See you later.
Yep. The website, my bad, I'll do it real quick. I just went on Google and I typed in daily compound interest calculator. You type in your $1,000 and every single day you're making 3% in 250 trading days that we have in Forex, because that includes Sundays. You would have $1.6 million in 250 consecutive profitable days. So let's say you've never been profitable that many days consecutively. Let's say you hit a nice little like 90-day streak. I don't know, that's not very possible, but 145,000, 90 consecutive days. And look, it'll tell you right here, your first day you're up 92 bucks, or sorry, your first day you make $2.70. Oop, that's a for 90 days. It's 14 grand in 90 days. See, look, first day 30 bucks, 60 bucks, 90 bucks, $123, 159. Oh, that's total. See, first day you're making 30, then 30 with 90 cents, then 31, and look at how it slowly compounds. And then after a couple months you're making $100 a day. Then after a month you're making $200 a day. And then after a couple of weeks you're up to $300 a day. Oop. You're up to $300 a day until you're at $400 a day, and you finally end with 15 grand. Well, 3% of a small account. By the time that you're at an account size, so you started off with 1,000, right? By the time you're at, like, let's say 5 grand, you can start, once you get to 5 grand, which would be by January 12th, and you started in November 15th, so that's 3 months, it'll take you to get to 5 grand. So once you get to 5 grand, then you can start doing 1% a day. But you can continuously, you can even make 10% a day of $1,000 if you really wanted to push the envelope. Without losing $100 on 1,000 is not a big deal. But then once you get to 5K, you can start doing 1% a day. And then after 90 days, you'll have 12 grand with a total earning of 70. So you're having total 12 grand in 6 months, starting off with $1,000, making 3% for the first 3 months, and then making 1% for the following 3 months. Yeah, time to go live. Time to stop fucking too much with these props and start to go live. Have a wonderful